Hello, I'm Tom Scher. The breeding and raising of thoroughbred horses in Illinois has created a business vital to the economic health of this great state. The Illinois Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is proud of the wide range of effects our efforts have on the state's economy and on the fabric of life here. We'd like to spend a few minutes now to tell you more. This is the obvious presence of horses in Illinois, one of the very few states with racing virtually year-round. But this is also an equine impact. And this. And this. Horses in Illinois create business and therefore a financial impact on all citizens.
Help the tax base. We spend a lot of money in the state, the people we employ, the people that we bring in through the tourism aspect of our state. There's a lot of money that's brought into the state and spent here. And I think that's our greatest strength.
We provide a lot for the agricultural business. Outside of racing, I'm talking about the farmers. We also employ a lot of people in this state and create jobs.
And jobs mean money. State figures show an estimated 49,000 people are employed in horse-related businesses here, 37,000 of them in racing and breeding. They're paid millions of dollars in wages with the resulting spending and taxes.
They're people. They spend their money just like you and I. I mean, they have necessities just like us. They have staples that are needed. And if you take racing away from Illinois, you're going to unemploy a lot of people, and we're going to have a big problem here.
Horse ownership requires a lot of expenditures that are not visible. So you have a vet that works with the farm, that's paid. You have a vet that's working with the horses at the track, that's paid. A van that takes them from the track to the farm and back, and that farm has to be paid. We pay the trainers so much a day, the grooms, the exercise boys, and then of course we have the jockeys. So there's an awful lot of people that are living off of me and my horses.
It is growing every year, and the more we can do as far as horse racing is concerned, everybody will benefit, but the state will benefit more.
No one knows this better than former Governor Jim Edgar, to whom the horse industry's benefits to the state are clear.
Horses, and particularly horse racing, has resulted in tens of thousands of jobs throughout the state of Illinois, jobs we can't afford to lose, jobs that really help tens of thousands of other people who benefit by the ripple effect. I don't think many Illinoisans realize the economic impact, particularly in many areas downstate, in rural areas where we don't have many industries located, jobs are not that plentiful, and if they didn't have this industry to provide them employment, I think they probably would have to go to the government to get help.
The horse industry in Illinois produces more than $1.5 billion in goods and services every year, according to various agencies, including the Department of Agriculture, which documents over 220,000 horses in our state, the fifth highest population in the country. More than 25,000 of these horses are used for racing or breeding.
The economic value is absolutely tremendous. Horse owners spend millions of dollars every year on the grooming of their horses and the feeding of their horses, feeding of the hay and the grain. It's a great boost to the agricultural economy here in Illinois.
Consider one area Director Hartke referred to. Horses use more than 500,000 tons of straw, hay, and grain per year, worth over $100 million. More than $36 million of that by horses for racing and breeding, affecting thousands of farms and distributors. This single related market is entirely dependent on horses.
This is an Illinois company that brings me straw 3 times a week, 1,000 bales at a time, 52 weeks a year. Buying only from Illinois farmers, supplying Illinois horsemen. There's many companies like this employing thousands of people, depending on people like me.
And who do you depend on?
The horsemen.
Yes, the backbone of this industry is racing. Over the past 5 years, approximately 5 million spectators have annually attended racing events. In addition to revenue from parimutuel wagering, there are millions of dollars, often overlooked, spent by participants on lodging, transportation, meals, and other expenses, and by fans, millions more on food, fuel, souvenirs, admission, publications, and the like.
We seen that there was a lot of souvenir shops. They had some beautiful things there.
Some sales tax on all that stuff too, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So you taking care of the state of Illinois, are you?
Oh, yes. They come first.
I think it brings a lot of tourism, considering we're actually from Wisconsin. Well, we go out to restaurants or maybe do a little shopping. But it's usually just for an afternoon, then we go back home.
So this is what brings you into the state for an afternoon?
That's what it does.
Racing was considered, you know, the funny guys who sit on the train and read the green sheet and all that stuff. And that's not what it's about. It's beautiful animals, an appreciation for the sport.
And far more than any other sport, horse racing always comes back to jobs.
We have approximately 2,000 or more blacksmiths in the state of Illinois, all shoeing horses. Horseshoers are just the tip of the whole industry. If you go into the whole industry, it involves many, many more people.
I mean, there's whole families that live here. You've got the owners' families, the trainers, all the exercise riders. And then you've got the van companies, the feed companies, the tack companies. I mean, it runs into the thousands. There's just a phenomenal amount of people that put a lot into this sport.
Breeding horses, training horses, buying horses. So I think for the state of Illinois, it's really important racing.
This industry operates 12 months a year, even during breaks in racing. And it's impossible to overstate the value of its reliability. In good times and bad, these jobs don't leave Illinois for competing states or other countries.
This is my home base. Race here year-round. I do ship out for certain races, but always come back to Illinois.
If they weren't here, I wouldn't be here to ride races and try and make a living here. And I've been here 20-some years, so without them and all their jobs that they include, the whole state would be in trouble.
Racing adds to the quality of life in Illinois. The pari-mutuel fees help pay for county fairs, livestock expositions, construction projects, soil surveys, and education and research. At the state capitol, thousands of breeders and owners have been saluted for giving back. For example, they funded research at Southern Illinois University into equine health and a vaccine to fight the West Nile virus.
In other states, such as Kentucky, they have extensive research programs, the Grayson Foundation. The more we can do for funding of research, the better it is for our industry, and Southern Illinois has come through for us many times on that, and we're very happy to provide that funding.
Horse owners do not ask for state money for facilities and equipment. They look to win, and purses have to make it worthwhile.
The purse structure is extremely important. So all of us owners are competing with each other for that purse money to sustain our stables and to show a profit at the end of the year.
We hope the state will treat the horse racing industry the same way they do every other industry in the business, you know, in business everywhere.
Our business needs the funding and deserve as much as the next one.
37,000 jobs, $1.5 billion in direct and related economic impact, social benefits, all 12 months a year. In these changing economic times, racing remains a constant, a rock of reliability in entertainment, tourism, and general commerce. It's perhaps the most underrated industry in Illinois.
I think it's a win-win situation for the state of Illinois, and sometimes I don't think the state of Illinois, meaning the government, appreciates the importance of that industry.
A lot of the people just don't realize how big it is.
All they got to do is look and it'll show up in black and white.
An industry that's existed over 100 years, and there's no reason why it can't continue if intelligently handled by the people in the industry and by our state legislature.
The state of Illinois has a proud history of helping many businesses remain strong and grow. The Illinois Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association has been happy to spend this time with you, and we appreciate the effort to do so. We look forward to providing any additional information at any time, and thank you.